Hello everyone, we're in Lihu'e, Kauai, and we're gonna board our flight home. American Airlines flight 286 to Los Angeles and 1164 to Denver. It's currently 9 o'clock p.m. in Kauai, or I think that should be midnight in Denver. And we're landing in Denver at midnight tomorrow, a day in Los Angeles to spend, so entertaining. So yeah, we're boarding here, and so talk to you in a bit. Kauai Airport is very interesting. There's a lot of parts that are like outdoors and just out of security, there's like a plaza lawn area, I guess, where it's like you're inside, but like just through like a wall where there's no glass is like a plaza that's like exposed to the air, and it's like you're on the sterile side of security. It's kind of where there's just like open air, and also it's like a lot of things are outdoors, like the check-in area, like on Oahu or Honolulu Airport if you've ever been there. And another oddity is that, like, it's not an oddity, it's just like Hawaii's like agricultural measures are very extreme, I guess. Like, before you check any luggage, you have to clear it before you can check in, and then and then it gets cleared by TSA, and then it's sent off to your plane. And then for any hand luggage, it's pre-screened at all the gates before you can go into like a boarding lounge type thing. So like you can't leave it once you enter, which is like, it's an interesting concept that I haven't seen in the mainland really, so it's interesting to see.
Travel with American Airlines. We're glad you're here. This flight is on its way to one of our many destinations across the globe, made possible by our dedicated team members.
Seat review time, main cabin extra on A321neos. So, the seat pitch is 33 inches, which is fine for me because I'm short. In front of you, there's a literature pocket containing a safety information card and an in-flight entertainment brochure. I didn't have an air sickness bag for some reason. And in front of you, there's also the phone stand, which, considering how often we use our mobile devices these days, it comes in handy more than I'd expect. And there's also a tray table folding out in front of you just the way I like it, because it's convenient for you to reach. And that's about it for amenities on these planes. Welcome to Los Angeles. I don't know where I'm walking. My family's in the Admirals Club, and I'm allowed to explore, and so I'm walking down the corridor to T-Bit, Tom Bradley International, because I'm really bored right now. Yeah, I'm surprised I actually slept on that flight. Like, yeah, and it kind of cost. It went by really quick just because I only had 3.5 hours to sleep. And I was just lulled awake. My Apple Watch just went, boop, it's time to wake up because your flight's gonna land soon. I had to set an alarm because I knew I was gonna oversleep. Los Angeles is beautiful and their airports are nice, and because we all love Los Angeles World Airport. I feel like Kevin McAllister. I'm walking through a desolate airport terminal. Kind of desolate because, I don't know, it's just not full. And, like, this is an unaccompanied child. It's such a weird feeling, isn't it? Welcome to Los Angeles International Airport, a dated, desolate, daring, and dastardly airport compared to Denver's. It's been 10 hours since I last checked with you, or thereabout. It's now 5 p.m. local time. We're boarding our flight to Denver. I forgot the aircraft registration, just looked it up, which is fun. Airbus A319, so it's probably just gonna be in Kodiak/Oasis interior. Because, yeah, I don't know if any do still exist that have the old IFE screens. If it does have them, then I'll be excited. So, yeah. For some reason, I'm not feeling at all tired, despite I've been up since, like, 11 last night. Really, I'm going to take a 4 hour, I took like a 3 hour nap, but does that really count? It probably does, because I'm feeling wide awake and I've eaten like 5 cookies. Because Admiral's Club cookies are the best things ever. This is Oasis. Now it's time for a review of this A319 seat. Now this appears to be a pre-Oasis interior. Amazing considering I haven't flown on one like this in years now. A nice treat, I'd suppose. In the literature pocket, there is an air sickness bag, a safety information card, and an in-flight entertainment brochure. Notably, there is a lack of USB port, which has been made standard on the Kodiak interior, which have graced all of my American flights since the pandemic. However, there is also a power outlet down below. Legroom-wise, it is notably less than on Kodiak, but still sufficient for me. And of course, there's a decently large tray table, which is good for anything you might use a tray table for these days. The glory of an old bird comes from the dated cabin, of which is very apparent on this aircraft, with the older style horizontal overhead bins and the much simpler overhead cabin services panel. This aircraft also comes with the older GoGo in-flight system, which, to be honest, isn't the best thing out there these days on domestic flights, especially since the advent of the Viasat system. But I would understand that the GoGo system actually works on transoceanic flights, which, I mean, that's a positive, right? For onboard service, I opted for a can of Sprite, as I almost always do, and to consume, there were some pretzels and a Biscoff cookie, as always. Well, y'all, I'm in Denver, Mile High City. That wraps up my 20 hours of traveling, so yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
All trains in arriving. Please keep clear for passengers exiting.